welcome in FTN Fantasy Start Sit Show. I am your host, Jeremy Popielarz. You can probably not hear because I didn't have the mic close enough. Live. Great. Either way, we're here to answer some start sit questions. We obviously have 4 games in the books, some pretty exciting ones, some good performances, and a few little duds there. Hopefully, we got some Ty Chandler, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs into the lineups. But we definitely missed on some Javonte Williams, probably. I was there. I did it. Fell for it. Fell for the trap. But either way, we are here to help you try and get those questions and dilemmas answered as we head into that first week of the playoffs. Again, before we dive in too deep, sign up for FTNFantasy.com. Below, I have it scrolling. Promo code POPE saves you 10%. That is POPE. Saves you 10% off any subscription you want. Gets you access to all our data, our Discord chats, articles, great fantasy football tools. Start sit tools are on there as well. Some cool stuff like that. Or obviously you can hop in here, join in here. Shoot us all a follow on all of the great platforms as well. My Twitter handle is @PopesFFH, FTNFantasy.com. There's also FTN Fantasy on Twitter. There's also all of the fun, great stuff. So go ahead, sign up for all of that stuff. Alrighty, so we got a couple questions already. We got Dwayne joined. Perfect. Love it. Hopefully you're enjoying it, Dwayne. What is up? What's up, SoCal Niner fan? It's a good morning, I'm a Bills fan, as you can tell in the background over here. So we got a tough one with Dallas coming up, but should be a good week, hopefully. Hoping for the win. Dallas, I know you want to win too, but come on, let the Bills have it, right? Come on. We need the Bills in the playoffs. All right, LMC here. We got a thread going over on X as well. You can toss in there. It's on my X account. We have there. You can drop a question in there. I'll get to that on here as well. Also, if you are following along on YouTube, go ahead and drop the questions in there, and I can go ahead and pull them up. Cowboys can't play in the cold. Yeah, I'm hoping. And the road, the road splits for Dak. I'm hoping for it. I think the Bills are a little better than people give them credit for too. A little injury riddled, but I think that they're playing pretty well at the moment. So hopefully we can get that win and keep that playoff dream alive. What's up, Michael? How's it going? Ben, we got a question. Mostert, ETN, Metcalf, start 1. Raheem Mostert for me. Devon A-Chain, I saw some stuff so far this morning stating that his question's in doubt. So even if he plays, it sounds like they're probably going to limit him pretty heavily. So I think you'll see a lot of Mostert, and then you're going to see a combination of Wilson and A-Chain if A-Chain even plays. So I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert, who put up a pretty good number against this Jets defense last time they played. It is at home. I expect him probably to find the end zone a couple times. So I'm in on Raheem Mostert today for you, Ben. LMC, full PPR flex spot, who to start, Komet or Demario Douglas over on X. I'm going to go with Komet. I know it's a little bit tougher matchup against Cleveland, but KC's also been pretty good against wide receivers lately. We just saw Diggs and Davis get kind of shut down there from the Bills last week, so not overly in love with Demario Douglas. I know I'll probably see a ton of targets, but I'm going to go with Komet. I know it's a little bit tougher matchup, but Fields does enjoy him, and I think with the less of a quality weather, I do think that Komet will be a bit of a higher target share, the shallower types of targets. Chris Winginger on X, Superflex, need 2 of Flacco, Wilson, or Noah Brown at running back, Spears or Mitchell. So I'm going to play Flacco. I do like Flacco continuing a pretty solid performance going forward here this week. And then I do like, I'll probably go Wilson. I mean, he had a good week. Last week, I don't think Miami's defense is as great with Jalen Phillips. I think they're going to be in this game, especially with the injuries of Miami's front. So I'll go with Wilson there. I just don't really love Noah Brown with Case Keenum. I know it's a good matchup, but I don't like Case Keenum a lot. So I'm going to go that route and avoid Noah Brown this week. Running back, I'm going to go with Mitchell. I think he's just a little bit more involved in the game script for this game. I think if Tennessee gets up, you're going to see a lot of Derrick Henry there. So that's where I'm going to go, Chris. Z Holmes, we got ETN or Swift, full PPR. I don't mind Swift here. I think Swift could have a pretty big game. Seattle's a little bit leaky to running backs. ETN against Baltimore, I'm not loving the last couple of weeks. ETN hasn't been overly great. He kind of was heavily touchdown dependent in the early half of the season. I kind of warned against that on my Twitter. I've gotten a lot of heat for ETN over the course of the season, but without the touchdowns, he's just not really putting much up there. They're solid performances, but nothing crazy. I'll go with Swift, who I think has a bigger chance of hitting a big week for us here in this week. Brett, what's up, Brett? Full PPR, Ridley. Need one flex from Parker Washington, Patrick Taylor. If both the other running backs are out, Hyatt or Logan Thomas. I'm probably going to go Washington either way. I mean, I guess if Jones and Dillon are out, then yeah, Patrick Taylor seems really interesting just because of volume. But I'm going to go Washington. I think he fills into that Christian Kirk role pretty well. I liked Washington as a prospect. He's kind of showing us right now. He's not like a world beater, but he's a solid player, and I think he gets the job done today for them against Baltimore. Ben, you're welcome. Serg, Gino or Flacco. Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Are these comments coming in from X? I haven't been on StreamYard in a while, and this has an X logo next to it. Is this in fact working? That would be cool. Serg, I'm going to go with Gino to answer your question, but my mind just got blown because if that's working, that's new for StreamYard, and I missed it. It must have happened within this week, so that's pretty cool. Live reaction on live TV, right? It's not even TV, but could be if you're watching on YouTube TV. Two a day. Lost Herbert in a 12-man league, scraping the bottom of the barrel in waivers for a quarterback. Pick one out of the three. So we got Flacco, Levis, or Wilson. I'm gonna go Flacco. I mentioned it here a little bit ago. I really like Flacco today. I wouldn't say really, but I like him. Decent to keep his trend going. Super flex, Mr. Miyagi. Ooh, Mr. Miyagi. 6 points per touchdown, Zappy or Keenum. The parentheses, I know, gross. Yeah, that is not nice. I guess I'll go Case Keenum. Zappy against KC doesn't really excite me. You could argue a game script theory there. KC's defense has been pretty good. So we got T-Block on X, Rice or Waddle. I'll go Rice. Any receiver against the Jets, not really loving it. Let's see here. You are welcome, Brett. Hesitant with A-Chain and his injury in my flex. I have Devontae Smith or Flowers. Yeah, so Cal, I'd probably play either of those two receivers over A-Chain. The injury concerns me, kind of like I mentioned when I first hopped on. Even if he plays, it really seems like he's going to be heavily limited because it was already, like I said earlier, the report was he's in doubt. So even if he plays, it seems like he'll be pretty limited. So I'm okay with Zay Flowers or Devontae Smith. I probably lean Flowers. Jalen Hurts has kind of got an illness, and I know he's downgraded to questionable at this point. So I think he plays. If he can get out there and it's just a sickness and get some fluids in him, I do think he plays. So maybe go Flowers tonight. I like him in that matchup. Nathan Ely, flex start. Ridley, London, or Ferguson? I'm going to go Ridley here. I do think it's going to be a tough game here for Baltimore and Jacksonville. Could be lower scoring than what we love. But I do also think that Ridley has a decent day. Today, London, I don't love the weather paired with everything against Carolina. That could be like another 0-3 game that we got out of Vegas and Minnesota a couple weeks ago. Ferguson is interesting. I just think his ceiling's a little capped there for Ferguson. Down 3 points after playing Mixon, Hawkinson, and the Sun God. Oh, yeah. Monroe St. Brown, I could have used that last week in Scott Fishbowl. But, I'm not going to hold a grudge. A little bit. But either way, A-Chan or Swift. I'm going to go Swift. Again, A-Chan sounds like even if he plays, it's going to be pretty heavily limited. So I'll go Swift there for you, Michael. Half PPR. Still like it. You are welcome, Nathan. Sir, Drew Lock reported to start. It's over. Flacco might be savior. Hey, I'd play Joe Flacco over Drew Lock. Even Geno hasn't been overly great. I mean, he had that really good game against Dallas a couple weeks ago, but I like Flacco. He's been playing solid. The Bears can be passed on. So I know it's going to be a little bit of crappy weather, but I'm okay with playing Joe Flacco there for you, Serg. You're welcome. I'm still just astonished, that these it seems like these are X comments coming in, which is still blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. All right. PJ on X, Wilson or James Cook. I'm going to go Cook here. I really like Cook against Dallas in this spot if the Bills are going to win. It's going to involve James Cook. It's going to probably involve some Dalton Kincaid, and it's a lot of Stephon Diggs, hopefully. So I think that's the route we're taking here. So I'm going to go James Cook again, who's been pretty solid since Joe Brady's come in. Jesse Shibley on X. We got Rice or Ridley. I'm going to go Ridley. I'm avoiding Kansas City's receivers a little bit. I do still like Rice, but I just do think with the New England secondary that they're going to have a little bit of a harder time. Rice could likely find the end zone, so I'm okay with still going with Rice. Greg Allen, Goddard, or Tucker Kraft. I'm going to go Goddard here. Tampa Bay is pretty solid against tight ends. And Kraft hasn't been overly great. He's had a solid week, but he isn't like a world beater. Dallas Goedert, depending on how that game script goes, could potentially be that type of world beater. We got Thomas on X. We got Geno Smith or Joe Flacco. I'm going to go Flacco there for him. We got Zakita. Thanks for the advice on Browning. You are welcome. That was a good hit. I got a little nervous early on, but it did work out. Full PPR, given the weather, Cleveland, questionable tag on DJ Moore. Do I start Moore or sub in Hill or Shaheed if Olave sits? I'd play Moore if he plays. And then 49ers or Dolphins for defense. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Miami. Mid Valley pick 3. JSN, Cooks, Brown, Moore. So I'm going to go Henry at your running back position. Picking 3 would be Cooks, JSN, Moore, which is Elijah Moore. And then Cook is flex. We got TR. Thanks for Gibbs. You are welcome. That was a good start for us yesterday. Need one of Ford, Mitchell, Douglas, Davis, or McKinnon. I'm going to lean Ford. I do like Gabe Davis today. It is always a roller coaster with Gabe. But I think Jerome Ford gives you some safety. Pretty safe floor with decent upside there for you. Let's see here. Let's see, Hopkins or Hasservik. Kicker question. I'm gonna go Haversick there. I like that option a little bit better for you, Jonathan. Let's see here. So we got Christian on X. We got Barkley or Achan. That's gonna be Barkley for me. And then Moore or Reed is going to be Reed. I'm in on Jaden Reed today. I really like his options there today against Tampa Bay. I think that there's a good potential to have a pretty big day. Diggs, Moore, Hopkins for my name is Jeff. I'm going to go Diggs. I know it's been a rough ride, but I think that this week could be the get right type of situation for him. Defense, Miami, Tennessee, or Baltimore. I'm going to go Tennessee. I like their matchup with Case Keenum. Tom Roberto on X, Love over Howell. No, I'm playing Howell. I like Sam Howell today. Daniel, good morning. You like Flowers or Olave today? Obviously Flowers if Olave's out. I like Flowers a little more than Olave, honestly. I think that we kind of saw a good game last week from him. I think the matchup's pretty decent. They're going to have to start respecting OBJ more. And Lamar's been throwing pretty well. So I like Flowers. Olave was very limited last week. His touchdown really saved him for us for fantasy, which was a good thing. I recommended him in a lot of spots, but you could see that ankle was kind of affecting him some. So I'm okay. I'd go Flowers. I'd just avoid Olave in general, even if he plays, and go with Flowers. I don't think that you're going to get hurt too bad, even if Olave maybe has a little bit more than Flowers. So we got full PPR, Dylan Blah, Aaron Jones or Gibson. I'm going to go Jones here. I feel like if he plays, I really like Jones. We got Drake on X. Would you still start Gibson over Shaheed, even if Olave's out? Yeah. Derek Carr doesn't seem like he's been really the best as of late. Shaheed can be a hit or miss type of guy. It obviously helps with no Olave, but does it actually help or hurt him? He's going to probably draw a little bit more attention from the better corners. He has no one else with Michael Thomas also out there. I mean, you really got A.T. Perry. You're digging deep there in that receiving group. So I'm going to go with Gibson on a projected a little bit more volume, likely to be from behind, going to get some of those pass catching type of dump off stuff like that. So yeah, I'd just stay with Gibson. Greg Scott Okonkwo or Logan Thomas. I'm going to go Thomas here. Chig's had some big stuff. It hasn't really hit a week totally yet. So I'm going to stay with Thomas here, who at least is involved pretty heavily, somewhatly in their pass game. James W., CEH, or Keaton Mitchell. I like Mitchell today. He's kind of slowly taking over a decent amount of those touches there. Good, decent matchup against Jacksonville. Andrew, Aaron Jones, CEH, or Spears. I'm going to play Jones, especially because it sounds like only one of them is going to probably be totally available, whether that's Dylan or Aaron Jones. So I'm going to take him in the full workload. And the Saints have been pretty leaky to running backs as of late. Usually a tough matchup, but they've kind of slowly throughout the season kind of become a little bit better of a matchup for running backs. Paul, good morning, Paul. Flowers or Jaden Reed since Olave has been ruled out? I'm going to go Flowers, Paul. I like Flowers today. I'm going to go with him. Just a touch over Reed, though. So, Paul, if you like Reed a little more, I'm okay with going Reed. But I like Flowers a little bit more upside, I think. Should have sat Wilson for Tua. Let me know which Wilson, and did you already start said Wilson? Because it sounds like you did. Oh, are you talking about Russell Wilson? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know, too. You let me know which Wilson that is. Tootsie Pop. Thoughts today on Drake London or Curtis Samuel? Paul says Russell played yesterday. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what he means. I could be wrong, though. But Drake London, Curtis Samuel. There's a little bit inside me that still wants to play Drake London. Tootsie Pop, this is a tough one. I can never get behind Curtis Samuel a ton. I'm going to go London still. By one of these beard hairs that's too long that needs to get cut. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay with London. Just by a very close margin, though. It's really close just because it's a tough matchup. Weather could play a huge factor because, I mean, it's Desmond Ridder throwing the ball. It's not like he has a elite quarterback making those passes. So I think I'm going to still stay there, though. London. Let's roll with it. Lock it in there. Brett on X, Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers, or Rice for wide receiver 2 spot. I'm going to go Wilson. I'm going to go Barry here, Mitchell or Samuel, assuming Olave is out. I'm going to go Mitchell. I have Cook in the flex, and I have Hall. Would you sub out either Hall for Rice or Wilson? Maybe Wilson over Hall, but that's really close for me there, Astro. See here. Julian on X morning. Please pick 3 running back, wide receiver, and a flex. So we got Mozart, Henry, Zeke, Tyler Lockett, Ridley, McLaurin are likely. So I want Mozart in the lineup at running back. Then wide receiver would be Ridley. And your flex would be Henry. Ravens, Rams, Bears, Titans, special teams. I'm going to go Tennessee. Need 2 out of Zeke, Aaron Jones, Jaden Reed, Hubbard, and Hill. I'm going to go Reed and Aaron Jones and the Atlanta defense special teams for the second one, Julian. Paul, should I take the safe floor with Jerome Ford or risk the biscuit with Achane? Paul, I don't know if Achane's even going to play, to be honest. So I'm probably just going to go Ford, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with Jerome Ford here and take that safe floor. Boop, boop. I'm a Moose now on X, Tyreek Hill or Puka Nacua with the injury. I'm actually going to go Nacua here. I had Tyreek Hill, not that he's ranked super low, but not at 1 to begin this week just because of the injury paired with playing the Jets. So Nacua was fairly closer to him to begin with, given what we're hearing and have seen from him thus far. I'm going to go with Nacua over Hill holy cow, can't speak today. Landon, Rice, or Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go Wilson. John Meredith, Diggs, DK, Ayuk, Puka, Devontae Smith start 4. Ridley or Achane. So I'm going to go Diggs here. DK, Ayuk, and Smith. And Puka. Sorry. Don't know what I'm doing there. Can't speak again. And then Ridley or Achane would be Ridley. Achan or Zeke need a good 20 points, don't we all? Seems like you're stuck with Zeke there. I don't think Achan's really a go here for us. Nigel, Aaron Jones, James Conner, CH. I'm going to go Aaron Jones. Ford or Aaron Jones. I'll go Ford in that situation. Tootsie Pop. Do I play Young and Super Flex spot today or put a claim in for Mariota? Free agents are locked outside the claim window, so no guarantee I get. No, I'd put a claim in for Mariota, and if there's any other players, I would not play Bryce Young personally. Not at all. Paul, sweet, you are welcome. Jeff on X, full PPR, JSN or Singletary down big. Down big, I'm going to go JSN. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would have picked JSN either way. But JSN, I think, gives you the highest probability of a bigger game. Aaron Jones, CEH or Spears. AJ for me. Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, forehead Griff. I'm going to go Murray there. Lawrence against Baltimore does scare me some. Godwin, Waller, Zay Jones for Andrew on X would be Godwin. Let's see here. Nigel, would you start Antonio Gibson as Robinson is out? Yeah. I'd definitely start Gibson. I do worry that we see a little bit of Chris Rodriguez. But I do still think Gibson handles a majority of the workload as long as he doesn't fumble. Let's put it that way. Demetrius, we got on X, Cooper, McKinnon, Odell, Gibson, or Hunt. It's between Cooper, Odell. Odell's a good option too. These are actually pretty good options here, Demetrius. I'm gonna go Cooper though. Yeah, full PPR. I'll go Cooper. Seen a decent amount of target share already. If HN is out, JSN or Singletary, JSN. Matthew, we got Rice, Moore, or Metcalf. Pick 2. I'm going to go DK and Moore. Whoa. Please hold. Technical difficulties. There we go. Let's see where we're at here. Howell or Flacco for Chrissy. Once this loads, it's going to be Howell for me there. I like Sam Howell. I know it's a little bit of a tougher matchup with the Rams, but it also breeds a little bit more of a need to pass likely in this game. So I do like Sam Howell today. Oh, look. Twitter not working. That's cool. Tyrone, D-Hop, or Rashid. I'm going to go D-Hop there. Money Man, Ridley, JSN, or Gibson. I'll go Ridley there. Half PPR. See here. Matt Kissick, Reed, Wilson, or Flowers. I'm going to go Reed there. Thoughts on this lineup? We got Murray, McCaffrey, Cook, St. Brown, Olave, Njoku, Nakua. Looks like Lawrence, Ingram. I think you're good there. OC. Braxton, Zayflowers, or Gibson extra flex. Javonte Williams gave me a dud last night. I'm gonna go Flowers here for you. Tim Cox, we got. I think that's supposed to be Kincaid, but it's Kankaki. Maybe it's a new player. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I haven't heard of him. Maybe he got called up. I think it's Kincaid, Tim. And all right. Likely, my guess. So that's also supposed to be. So I'm gonna go likely here. Both those names don't exist, but I'm gonna go Kincaid or likely. Kev, hey, what's up? Good morning. I appreciate you too, Kev. You are an inspiration to us all. Trust me, more than you probably know. Bitten. Oh my God, Bittenite. Okay, I cannot pronounce that, and I apologize. I can't speak this morning. Taysom Hill or Goddard? I'm gonna go Goddard. For you there, I'm gonna call you B because I can't speak. So I'm gonna say Goddard. Let's see here. Got Ricelin in a tough spot. I have Olave in London and half PPR. I have to start one unless I grab Shaheed or Douglas off waivers. Obviously, Olave isn't even looking like he's playing. I like London better than those two. So I just rolled London there. Brett, full PPR. I have a couple for today's games. No problem, Brent. We got Flex Connor, Collins, Mitchell, or McKinnon. Flex for my other lead, Puka, Rice, Connor, Chubb, Zeke. Lastly, Atlanta or Chicago. So I'm gonna go Mitchell, Puka, Atlanta. That's my play. Those three there for you, Brent. Ooh, Paul breaking the news for us, Paul. See, you're gonna have to get in with you here. HN is active and Hill is out. So Ford over HN still. Yeah, I probably would. I mean, it's up to you, Paul. I mean, like I said, it sounded like he was going to be inactive. You would have asked me 2 hours ago, I would have told you it sounds like Hill's going to play and HN isn't. So this is kind of a full reversal on me a little bit. I still like Ford. I think Ford's going to give you a solid 10 points. Kind of seems what he's been doing. If he finds the end zone, he gets us to 16 or so. HN obviously has the upside because they're probably going to run the ball pretty heavily. So, Paul, I personally would play Ford, but I'm okay with it if you want to risk it with HN. He definitely has a higher ceiling. Sammy boy, Gibson or Rice standard? I'm going to go Gibson, Sammy. I like the safety and volume that he's likely to get. Rice, I do worry a little bit. I think he can find the end zone, but the New England secondary is a little bit tougher than, say, the Bills last week. So I'm leaning towards Gibson here for you, Sammy. Start to Jack on X, Hall, Zeke, ETN, or Cup. That's going to be Cup and Hall for me. Let's see here. Hutch is James Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, or Devontae Smith full PPR. I'm going to go Cook there for you, Hutch. And you're welcome, Sammy. Michael, what's up? Do you play Achane over Swift now that Tyreek is out? Michael, kind of what I just had mentioned to Paul there. It's your risk tolerance, I guess, because for me, I'd really probably just play Swift just because from what it sounded like earlier in the day, Achane wasn't even going to play. So I worry that he's a little bit more of a decoy. They probably can't get Hill out there. So they're like, all right, can you at least go as a little bit of a decoy for Achane, or even just that risk of re-aggravation for him? Because we've seen that in other weeks that he was questionable, got in and then re-hurt himself potentially. So, I'm definitely probably going to still play Swift there for you, Michael. We've got Eli Klein on X, Dubes over Singletary 2. Yes, I'm playing Romeo Dubs over Singletary. Don't like the matchup. I don't know if they're going to be able to pass the ball enough to then also make that run game viable against a tough Tennessee front. J. Tobin on X, Stafford or Fields. I'm going to go Stafford there. Chad Derfunkel on X, last flex spot, Shaheed, Spears, or Waller. I'm up 60-20. I had 3 guys go yesterday, and he had Laporta. I like Komet here for you, Chad. I think that he could have a decent day. Wisp, if Achane is active, is it too risky to start him? D-Hop or Jaden Reed? Probably over these guys, I wouldn't. I'd play DeAndre Hopkins personally there. Michael, you are welcome. No problem. That's what I'm here for. I appreciate at least giving my opinion. That hopefully helps you guys out. It always hurts me more when I'm wrong for you guys, to be honest. I hardly even look at my lineups that often anymore. Here to help the people. So I appreciate it, and hopefully it helps you out, Michael. Maurice on X, Cooper Kupp or Jaden Reed. I'm going to go Kupp there. Seems like Cooper Kupp is becoming the guy there again for Matt Stafford. Miles need a flex. DJ Moore, Rashid Rice, Tyler Lockett can't decide between, and then Josh Allen or Jordan Love. I'm going to go Moore, and then I'm going to go Allen over Love. I have Olave in my flex, but he's questionable. If Olave is out, who should I consider? Demarcus Robinson or Hunt? I'm going to go Hunt there. Safety and what should probably be a touchdown. Richard on X, McBride or Walker. I'm going to go McBride there. Daniel Almada, Olave or Flowers. That one's kind of answered itself. And if you are watching, some of these questions are old. We're a little behind on the X machine here. James Conner, JSN is going to be JSN for me. First round of playoffs, I got an extra flex. Need to decide between Gibson or Flowers. That's going to be Flowers, Braxton. Brad, need 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 super flex out of Dubs, Douglas, Kraft, Chig, Cutlets, Gabe Davis, Achane, Mitchell, and Taylor. That's a big list. So wide receiver is going to be Dubs. Flex would be Achane, Mitchell. We're going to avoid Achane. And sure, play Cutlets. Danny DeVito's been pretty good. Can't argue sitting him right now. Dun, 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 dun. Question about Hurts. Should I play Mayfield because he's questionable now, or drop like Pierce for Mariota? I did Mariota. I think Mariota gives you a good enough floor that's close to Baker Mayfield in case Hurst misses. Brett circling back. Dylan is out. Aaron Jones is in, but was limited all week. Flex Patrick Taylor, Parker Washington. I'm going to go Washington. I mean, outside of a re-aggravation to Aaron Jones, I don't know if Dylan or if Taylor sees a ton of work. So I'm going to go with Parker Washington. Bentana, who's your favorite low punt, Douglas or Robinson or Reed? I'm going to go Reed. Let's see here. Likely or McBride for KC. Cologne would be McBride. Let's see here. Achan, Aaron Jones, or Romeo Dubs. I'm going to go Aaron Jones there for you, Adam. Matthew with Reek out, JSN Walker or Charbonnet would be JSN. Random fan JSN or Samuel with no Olave would be JSN. J Work, Aaron Jones or Chuba Hubbard would be Aaron Jones. Mina, first week of the playoffs, and I had Hill plus Keenan plus Jigsaw. Ooh, that's a rough one. I am sorry. Go Romeo Dubs or Noah Brown. That's a tough one, man. And I'm going to go Romeo Dubs, though. It's an easy question. That does stink, though, having Hill, Keenan, and Jacobs. That's a tough one. Hopefully, Dubes can put out a big game for you or you get a couple performances from someone else because it sounds like a good roster. Just got to get through this week, hopefully. Gill, London, Brown, or Zay Jones need two. London and Jones. I'm not really feeling Noah Brown today. I know it's a good matchup against Tennessee, but let's be honest, it's Case Keenum. What are we going to get? So, yeah, I'm going to go with the London and Zay Jones. You are welcome, Brett. Thanks for tipping me towards Browning over Kyler. It looked bad for a while, but Browning came through in the end. Yeah, no, I agree, Brett. I had mentioned Browning a lot to a lot of people yesterday, and I'm watching that game, and man, in that first half, I was like, ooh, tomorrow's live stream is going to be a little rough if anybody wants to come at me. But it turned out okay. It works out. We've seen that plenty of times from the quarterback positions. That's just a good example of don't go at the person if you asked for advice and they were wrong in the first half because there's still a second half of football, you know? So I've seen plenty of that this year. Cass on X. I have two killer ones, likely Taysom or Waller, and flex Shaheed, one of the above, OBJ or Cooks. So I'm going to go likely there at tight end. And I'm going to play Cooks at your flex position, Cass. Lee Wallace, do I start Dak over Jalen Hurts? Been questionable with an illness. Yeah. I like Dak anyways a little bit more than Hurts this week. Just a better overall matchup, game script, stuff like that. I feel like he has a better shot. Benji, morning, help with flex for PPR. Who would you start? Zeke, Garrett, or Thielen? I'm going to go Wilson there. Well, I like him against Miami today. Let's see here. Aaron Jones and with AJ Dillon out or Achan with Hall out and playing behind Mostert. I'm going to go Aaron Jones there for you, Trey. I like I like Jones. No Dillon obviously helps. Hopefully he's finally healthy and we get a big Aaron Jones game. So that's where I'm going to go. OBJ to replace Olave or pick up Shaheed. Dario, I'd go OBJ. 100%. I like OBJ enough. I'm not really into Raheed Shaheed. I know that obviously we're anticipating him to get the volume with no Olave, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case. I think we'll just see a lot of Alvin Kamara and maybe some tight end work. Orlando, I have Olave out today. Who do I start? James Conner or Curtis Samuel? Jahan Dotson, Jones McKinnon also available for me to pick up. I'd probably just go Samuel and or add Jones. Those would probably be where I'd go. Orlando. Brandon, torn between Marquise Brown, Michael Wilson, or Noah Brown for my flex spot. I'm probably gonna go Marquise Brown there out of that grouping. Stammer time pick 2. We got Goddard, Connor, London, Edwards, Allaire, Douglas, or Shaheed. I would go Goddard and London. Would be my play there, Stammer time. Who should I pick for wide receiver for Banta, Puka, or Cooper? That would be Puka. Jones or Hubbard, and DJ Moore or Jaden Reed. Let's see here. That would be Jones over Hubbard. And I'm going to play DJ Moore over Jaden Reed. Let's see here. HN active Hurts is sick. Do I bench AJ Brown for high T Denny? No. I'd play AJ Brown there still. HN over Mozart. No, I'd play Mozart still. Let's see here. Tyreek out. I need to fill one. Aaron Jones, James Conner, or Odell Beckham Jr. I'm going to go Aaron Jones for Lee. Economist, GT, Amari, or OBJ. I'd go OBJ there. Same boat. Alfredo, HN in. I don't know if I should start HN Ford or Keaton Mitchell. I lean forward just because I don't know what we're going to get out of HN. But I'm also a little bit of a less of a risk adverse type of player. I'm not going to necessarily risk that injury, which sounded like earlier he wasn't going to play. So I'm going to go with Ford in that situation. Andrew, Flowers, or Cooper. I'm going to go Flowers. Hall, HN, White, and ETN. I'm going to go Hall, White, and HN. I got Olave at my flex, but he's out. Should I go between Spears, Keaton, Likely, or Cooks? I'd go Keaton there. Let's see here. Brett, one more. Logan Thomas or Likely? Likely. Yeah, pretty simple for me there. I like Isaiah Likely more than Thomas. Kev, Trey McBride or Devon Achane? I'm going to go McBride. Might blow up in my face, but I really don't think that Achane's going to have a huge workload. Darren Wallen or Ferguson? I'm going to go Ferguson there. Let's see here. Hopkins or Reed at flex? I'll go Jaden Reed there. Would you start Dalton Kincaid or Dallas Goddard? I'm gonna go Kincaid there. You're welcome, Brett. And yes, good luck to everybody. Hopefully we get some good wins. That I've had to make today. You name it. There's a lot of big ones out there. Trey, there's a lot. Mark, Keaton Mitchell, Noah Brown. Keaton Mitchell for me here, Mark. Zach, I'm gonna go Komet. I do like Kincaid a decent amount, but I like Komet. He's likely going to be a little bit more involved in that passing game. We got Roger, Rice, or Waddle at wide receiver. I'm going to go Rice. Jones, you go Waddle or Jaden Reed with no Tyreek. I'm still going to go Reed there. Drew Lock or Case Keenum at quarterback for Swish. I'm going to go Case Keenum. Caleb, Owens, AJ, or Reed. I'll go AJ. Steven, Gabe Davis, or Noah Brown. I'm going to go Gabe Davis there for you, Steven. It's going to be a roller coaster. I know he could give us a 0, but the upside's super, super high in Gabe Davis. I just really don't like Noah Brown with why am I blanking? With Case Keenum. I literally just mentioned his name. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Gabe Davis, the better quarterback play. Let's see here. I have a lot of rankings to move. Let's see here. Achane or Mitchell. I don't mind Achane, I guess. I don't. That's a tough one, to be honest. Maybe risk it with Achane. It's not. I feel like with Achane, it's going to come down to like that risk reward type of thing. Are you okay with risking with him either going out early with an injury, or are you fine with risking that he gives us nothing because he's a little bit more of a decoy? So if you have a good option, it's kind of where I'm at. You know, Mitchell seems like a decent option enough for me to sit there and contemplate it. But I feel like Mitchell is in that same category of could easily give us a 0. So I'm going to risk it with the guy who probably has a higher ceiling in Devon Achane. Let's see here. Jackie, we got Lockett, Reed, or Wilson. Pick 2. So I'm gonna go with Reed and Lockett. Or Jackie, is it Garrett Wilson. Reed and Wilson if Garrett. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Reed and Wilson is my play, Jackie. I think that's the play. Yeah, Miami's weather's weird. Yeah, everybody's been talking about it a little bit, weather. But it was also going to be weird last week in New York, and Wilson still went for a big day, and I sat Wilson because of that. So sometimes the weather gets a little blown out of proportion. So I'm going to still roll with Garrett Wilson here. He just leads such a heavy target share in that Jets receiving room. So I'm going to stay there. Roddy just lost Tyreek Hill, Pop Douglas, or Robinson. I'll go Robinson there, Rody. Cass, good advice. That's where the smart money is. He has Dax. I can't really make grounds with Cooks. Also, Rashid. Yeah, it's been fantastic for me this year. Long term scoring is good, and the lobby out. I selectively grind Taysom. Really between Sheed and Taysom. Over for pass injury to Baker Mayfield or Justin Fields. I'm going to go Fields there for you, KCC. Defense might want to make me break this week. I currently have the Jags. What's left? So Titans, Bears, Packers, Bucks, Eagles. I'd say I'd like Tennessee or Philadelphia. Shannon, that would be my play. Jose full PPR, need one running back, one flex, Achane, Gibbs, or McBride. Maybe Gibbs and Achane, Jose. That's kind of where I'm at. Achane's risky, but the ceiling's really high. McBride, if you want to actually maybe play Gibson or Achane, whichever you feel better. Are you worried about the injury? I am a little bit, so I'd probably play Gibson and McBride. McBride's like that safety net. It's going to give you, that safe floor. So I'm playing McBride either way, and then I'd pick between Gibson and Achane. So I lean Gibson. I just think that he's going to have a little bit more of an increased workload. He's the guy for them, where Achane's going to be playing behind Mostert. On top of that, he already has an injury. There's a re-aggravation type of risk there. So I'm going to go Gibson and McBride, but I'm okay going to Achane instead. Fields, Love, or Murray for Mark. I'm going to go with Fields. I think he's a little bit safer with the rushing. Bad weather there and likely in Chicago. So I do think that Fields will be able to use his legs a little bit more. So that's where I'm going to go with Fields. Brody, you are welcome. Phil, all injuries need to start 2 out of 3. Foreman, Shaheed, and Singletary. I would go Shaheed in this instance, and I'm going to go Foreman. I'll go Singletary here. I don't really love any of these 3, Phil, but that's kind of where I'm at. RJ, Crafter, Conklin, and London or Dotson. I'm going to go Conklin and London. For you there, RJ. JB, Douglas, or Achane. I'd go Achane here. I'd risk it. Risk it for the biscuit with that one. I don't love Pop Douglas today. Chris Matt, Achane or ETN. I already used Mixon and have Saquon starting. I'd go ETN here, even though I don't love ETN. But do I pick up Lawrence and start over Hurts? I'd probably look to see to grab Mariota as a safety as opposed to Lawrence, and hope that Hurts does play. With Rico, who gets a bigger boost, Waddle or A-Chan start one straight up. I would go A-Chan. Just a better matchup against that Jets run defense than the secondary. Tucker, Robbins, pick one, full flex. Walker, Mitchell, Spears, or McKinnon. I'll go Mitchell at this point. Jay Frank with Olave out, CEH or Ford. I'm going to go Ford. Devon A-Chain or Puka Nakua would be Puka for me. Need a big game and have a chance to win A-Chan or Elliott. I'm going to go Elliott there. Sims, A-Chan, or Gibson. I'm still going to go Gibson. Mark, Fisher, Njoku, McBride are likely. Ooh, 3 tight ends I like. I'm going to go McBride. I have McBride ranked the highest. I think that he has the best day out of this grouping. Half PPR flex spots. Tajay Spears, Noah Brown, or Douglas. I'm going to go Spears. Last minute pivoting. Hurts illness. Picked up Mariota, but should I drop for lock? No. And flex Hill, Godwin, or Connor. I'm going to go Godwin. Should I go out? Should I play McKinnon or Edwards-Helaire? I would play McKinnon. McKinnon's the better option out of that backfield. Likely Kincaid, Zeke, or AJ. I'm going to go Likely and AJ. So D-Hop, Evans, Swift, and Lockett. Lead Evans and Lockett, but horrendous. I'm going to go Evans and D-Hop. Kelly on X, Sam Howell, Pollard, Rashad White, Lamb, Wilson, Ferguson, Brown, Edwards-Helaire. Any changes? I'd probably play Davis over Edwards-Helaire. Hill's out, Likely or McKinnon. I'd play Likely there. Need one, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Demario Douglas. I'd go McLaurin there. Walker, Texas Ranger, Achan, or McLaurin. I'd go McLaurin. I still don't love Devon Achan, even though he's active. Ocean's out left scrambling, different league. Gus, Washington, Wandell, Robert Woods, or Kyle Pitts. I'll go Gus there. I'm going to go Robinson, actually. I like Wandell. Flacco or Levis, Stroud, and Herbert killing me. Yeah, that's a tough go right now for quarterbacks. I'm gonna go Flacco there for you, John. Achan, Zeke, or Stefan. I'm gonna go Diggs there for you, fresh. I know it's been a tough ride, but I think it's gonna come to a head today. I think we get a big game out of Diggs. The Dino Fontaine, Achan, or McLaurin. I'm gonna go McLaurin. Matthew, Flacco, or Tua. I'm going to go Flacco. Ravens, Eagles, or Bucks D. I'm going to go Philly. Douglas or Ridley for Ian Mark. I'm going to go Ridley. Nick Conte, Zay Flowers, or Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go Wilson. Storm's Journals, Shaheed or Ridley with no Tyreek. I'm going to go Ridley. Olave ruled out. Swift or Edwards. I'm playing Flowers, so I'm nervous about playing Edwards. I'd price Swift here for you, Amy. I agree. I'm not overly excited about Gus Edwards either. Dallas, LeBar, London, or Walker. Full PPR. I'm going to go London. HN, Reed, or Flowers and Flex for Jose Burrow. I'm going to go Reed. We got Joe Flacco or Kyler Murray at quarterback. I'm going to go Murray. I really like Kyler Murray today. Jay. Taysom Hill or Adam Thielen. I'd go Hill here. Kobe forever. Yeah, I like Taysom Hill. Chicago Loop, Achane, Hopkins, or Keaton Mitchell. I'm going to go D-Hop, Chicago Loop. I like Hopkins today. Hill being ruled out, Barkley or Achane. Barkley, Duncan. I like him against New Orleans today. Achane, Godwin, Keaton Mitchell, Shaheed for last flex spot. I lean Mitchell here. Just because I'm still worried Achane is on somewhat of a risk like load management because he's still coming off an injury. So I lead to Keaton Mitchell. I'm not totally in on Rashid Shaheed, even though there's no Olave. So I'd probably go Keaton Mitchell there for you. Love or Kyler for Luke on X. I'm going to go Love. One more if you can. Gibson, London, Kincaid, final flex. I'm going to go Gibson for you, Dallas. Rashid Shaheed or Trey McBride. I'm going to go McBride there. Sean Lee, Bryce, or Reed. I'm going to go Reed there. Achane or Connor. I would go Achane here for you. Let's see what we got going on here. Morning, Pistol Pete. How's it going? Kraft or Dawson Knox for James. I'm gonna go Kraft. I don't think he's like super exciting, but I think he's a little bit better than Dawson Knox this week. Cook, Samuel, CAH, or Singletary. I'm gonna go Cooks. Pedro, Shaheed, Samuel, Zay Jones. I'm gonna go Samuel. You are welcome, James, and always go Bills. That's right. Go Bills. Amanda on 9-12, Titans or Falcons D. I'm going to go Atlanta. Anytime you can get a matchup against Carolina, you want that as a defense, special teams. Titans Titans over Chiefs D. No. I'd play KC. Levis or Flacco. I'm going to go Flacco. Waddle or Connor. I'd go Waddle there. Pick one. Ingram, Kincaid, or Waller. Ingram. Yeah, I'm going to go Ingram. I don't love Waller coming off the injury. I mean, it could be a big day. I mean, it could be a huge target share. But I think I'm going to go with Ingram, the security of the target share. Pete, Singletary, Brown, or Dubes. I'd play Dubes. I like the matchup against Tampa Bay. No Christian Watson's always a bonus. So yeah, I'm going to go Romeo Dubs there. Pete. Let's see here. Kells, Flacco over Levis for me there. Pistol Pete, Dubs or CEH or Douglas or Samuel. Dubes. Still like Dubes the best out of that group there for you, Pete. James Conner, Aaron Jones. I'd go AJ there, Archibald. I like Aaron Jones a decent amount today. Hoping that he's a major amount and he gives us a big day, but I do like him. That's a good start today. Let's see here. Tim Jawan on X. One last one. She is out. Douglas or Thielen. I can't believe I have to start one of these guys. This instance, I guess I'll go Douglas. Not really in on Adam Thielen. Titans over Saints. Yeah, I'd do that. Need two running backs in a flex spot. Mitchell, Ford, Spears, McBride. So I'm gonna go Ford and Ford and Mitchell, not Spears, sorry. And I'd play McBride in the flex. At Jefferson Chase, my opponent had St. Brown and Deontay with Kyram and Puka still left. Ooh, that's a rough one. Sorry, Jack. That hurts. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you're the crumble, sometimes you're the cookie, you know? I've had it too. I had a rough week last week, and Scott Fishbowl had the injury with CJ Stroud, tough matchup, St. Brown, all those guys kind of just were blah. Then this week, they're all going off. So, it happens. You live, you learn, move on. We got T-Dubs, A-Chan, Swift, or Ford. I'd go Swift there. Alex, any opinion, Flex, Ford, A-Chan, or Mitchell? I like Ford personally. Diggs against Dallas in the weather, Beckham. I'm going to go Diggs. I know it was a bad week. It's been a bad couple weeks, I should really say. It's not just been 1 week, but I think this could be the get right for Stephon Diggs. All right. Looks like we're drying up here on some questions. I'd like to just thank everybody who kind of came in. Pete, we got one more. Coop Cup. Easy one, quick one, fast one. I'd like to thank everybody who did stop by. I appreciate it. You guys are the reason we are here. So if you do want to go ahead and sign up, I just dropped it on the banner below. Promo code is POPE, P-O-P-E, saves you 10% off of any subscription of your choice over at ftnfantasy.com. That gets you access to data, Discord chat, articles, all our cool tools. Pretty much everything. Discord, you get a dynasty chat. That's where you can go in and you get straight on one-on-one with me. That's pretty cool, right? I'm pretty fun to talk to, So definitely head on over, sign up for that. Multiple levels of subscriptions, so you don't have to pay for just any. They all come with the Discord. Other than that, the other tiers have some other fun, cool additives as well. All right. Do appreciate if you could go ahead and do that. Again, Twitter handle is right there. Not good with cameras. At Popes FFH. Follow me on there. Follow all of the FTN channels as well. Really fun stuff coming out of there, especially if you play Dynasty. We're gonna have a ton of stuff coming out this off season. So excited about that. Greg, Stephon Diggs, you see the helmets? Oh, again, see, bad with angles. It's reverse. Mess with your mind, right? Stephon Diggs. I think that this is the get right game for him. We're gonna end it on that. Stephon Diggs is going to be top 5 wide receiver this week. Bold call, whatever. Maybe it seems bold, doesn't seem too bold, but I'm in on Stephon Diggs. So until next week, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you stop by again next week, and hopefully we get some wins and we move on to round 2 of the fantasy football playoffs.